What day is today? 16? You know, today's a good day. I can feel it. Hey, 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 hey. I spoke too soon. It's raining. What do we do when we feel the sun? Photosynthesis. Meditate. Namaste. Namaste. Mabuhay. Good morning. Magandang umaga. I just woke up. Today we're going to do a day in my life. And don't expect, like, oh, I just woke up, I'm going for yoga, and then I'm gonna get a matcha. No. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real, raw, and honest, okay? We just woke up and we're going for a walk because there's a little bit of sun out. And if you don't know me, my name is Piero, and I'm currently living here in the Philippines. If you wanna know more about my story, you can check the link I'm gonna leave in the description. So yeah, right now it's around 8. What time is it now? I'm recording with my phone, that's why. Let me check. Around 9 a.m. So I usually woke up early, and then throughout the day, I start recording. I usually have always videos record around this time, or I usually prepare what I'm going to say the night before, and then I record it first thing in the morning. My apartment is a little messy. I need to clean. But let's go for a walk first. We're gonna be using this one today. Now, before we're going for a walk, let me tell you something. I'm a very sweaty person, so I need to wear deodorant. Currently, we are using this one from Dove. I think it's okay. However, I prefer the Nivea one. I think that one is nice. However, this one is good. I think my Kilikili is, a little bit brighter, a little bit smooth. So, and then for sunscreen, I have two. This one is Velo, and this one is from Sunny's. This is a mist, like a type of spray, and this one is the typical sunscreen. I just use like 3, and then I rub it in. A lot of people ask me about my skincare routine. Keep it basic, okay? Cleanser, moisturizer, and always sunscreen. But don't try to overload your skin with lots of products, okay? And always go for products that supports your barrier health, like Centella asiatica, panthenol, ceramides, all that stuff. Now, something that I do every morning and every night, it's journal. This is my journal. I got it in the Orange app for 80 pesos. And, well, you will not be able to understand because it's in Spanish. So, but yeah, every morning and every night I try to journal my thoughts, journal my feelings. Do I eat breakfast? Indeed. I don't eat breakfast. I know it's bad. I just wait typically for lunchtime around 12 p.m., 1 p.m., and then I go out and eat something. But I usually don't eat breakfast. What day is today? 16? What day is today? 16? I want to also show you this. This is where I put my incienso. Incenso? How do you call that? I know in Spanish it's incienso, but in English, incenso. I don't know, but this is where I put my incienso. I don't know if you are like me, but I love fragrance. We're using this one, Miu Miu. This is Flor de Lat. The notes are mangoes, mantus, and something else, but it smells really nice. It smells really clean, fresh. Some people say that it smells like mango sticky rice, but I'm not sure about that. And then for my shoes, my eyeliners, that I cannot live without it. I want every color now. When I go for a walk, I usually don't bring anything, just my kids and my AirPods. Yeah, Tarana, let's go. Hey. You know, today's a good day. I can feel it. Hey. So don't forget to bring your payon. Yeah, they're here with me. Morning, Paul. I don't know where the sun goes, but at least it's not raining. Guys, I spoke too soon. It's raining. Good thing I bring my payon because it's raining. Woo! This is where I usually go for my walks. If I'm being honest with you, I can walk this multiple times a day. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night. He helped me to calm myself, relax, meditate. Namaste. I don't like to run. I will always prefer walking over running, but I admire everyone that runs because it takes a while. At least for me, it's too much. Yesterday, somebody asked me about the LGBT community when it comes to Venezuela and how I compare it here in the Philippines. And that's a tricky question because, for example, I can give you two perspectives of what I experienced. I didn't fall in love in Venezuela, so I cannot talk about from that experience. I was born and raised in Venezuela until when I was 18 years old, and then I moved to Peru, and then I moved to the US, and then I went back to Venezuela after 8 years, and I only stayed there for 2 months. When I talk about my childhood and when I talk about my teenage years, I experienced a lot of bullying in school, especially because it was like a Catholic school, and I didn't experience like a teenage love. Not until I moved to Venezuela that I went to Peru, but Peru it's also a lot of sexism there, so everything has to be a little bit like, oh, you have to hide yourself, you have to, don't show too much of this, don't show too much of that. Then when I moved to the US is when I met someone, and that was my kind of like my first long-term boyfriend. I think Venezuela it's fine with all that as long as you don't show it, you know, as long as you don't hold hands in public, as long as you don't show affection in public. And compared to here, for example, when I walk around BGC, you can see couples, you know, holding hands and with flowers and all, and it's so cute. I wish I have that experience when I was a teenager. Well, I don't know if I answer your question, but you know, let me know in the comments what you think and how is the LGBTQ community here in the Philippines.
How are you?
Have a good summer.
Guys, I have to show these. Look at these cuties. They are always here. Something that I want to talk about is that when you're putting your life out there in social media, you know, there's a lot of people who judge you, there's a lot of people who leave bad comments, and a lot of people feel the entitlement of, you know, judging you on what you do, on what you spend, and all. I think right now it really doesn't bother me. I feel like I have more support than bashers, so I'm really grateful for that. It's just that, you know, everything is still new to me because you pretty much know everything about my life now, so which is okay. A lot of people also ask me if I have a food that I don't like here in the Philippines, and no, I'm not a picky eater. I definitely eat everything as long as it tastes good. I don't care what it is. It can be the weirdest thing ever, but as long as it tastes good, I'm gonna eat it. I'm not picky at all. No. My mom raised me to eat everything. because you never know. You never know. You never know the situation, and especially, in a country like Venezuela, um, you never know. So that's why I have a very, I have a very, how do you say it? A very open mind type of appetite. Guys, there is a little bit of sun. There is a little bit of sun. What do we do when we feel the sun? Photosynthesis. Ah, feels so good. I wonder if people see me and think, oh, this one is crazy. I don't care. So I'm just gonna finish my walk, and I will see you guys later. Well, we just got home, and now we're going to take a shower, and we're going to look for something to eat. I'm gonna try to do a transition. I'm gonna be, let's see if we can do, ha! Or something like, whoa! Now that we're ready, let's see what we're gonna eat. Today I'm craving like a little sinigang, but also I'm craving mungo, but also I'm craving something healthy, but also I'm craving lechon, but also I'm craving everything. Also, a lot of people ask me why do I choose BGC to live, and I think it's because the convenience. Everything is walkable. It's easy to get around. Before living here, I was living in Pasig, but I find a really good deal when it comes to this condo. That's why I moved here to BGC. And overall, I enjoy it. It's been pretty nice. I'm just gonna use my eyeliners. We always have to put perfume. Right now, I'm gonna put Sunny's Brown. If you like coconut, if you like cinnamon, if you like sweet but not overly sweet, go for that one. Guys, it's a little windy. I don't know if you can hear me, but we're going to look for something to eat, and then we're going to mass around 5. And that's pretty much my day. So for this part, since it was very loud, I'm just gonna do a voiceover. A lot of you guys also asked me if there are some similarities when it comes to the food in Venezuela and here in the Philippines. I will say that we do have some foods that are kind of similar, like for example, bulalo or caldereta. But for example, in Venezuela, we eat a lot of beans, and here I don't see that much of beans compared to Venezuela. I know Mungo use beans. However, we also don't have something like kakanin. We do have something like leche flan. We do have something similar to lechon that we call pernil. However, I will say that something that we share when it comes to food is that we like to share. When it comes to party, when it comes to every celebration, there is always going to be food, and there is always going to be that community around food.
This is just a little bit the same in Dubai. Eventually, I lost again in Dubai.
This is like my everyday walk. Like every single day, I walk from my home to the end of the Ivan Plaza Street, and I walk around all the malls, like all the floors, and then I'm going home. Those are my 10K steps a day. Also, some of you asked me if I'm planning to travel anytime soon here in the Philippines. And for now, I don't have any plans. I mean, in the future, when I can save more money, I want to go to Baguio, I want to go to Gensan, Siquijor, Bohol, El Nido, all those places. But for now, I don't have any plans. A lot of you guys recommend me a lot of places in the comments, so I have a list that I hope we can check soon in the future. My phone is running out of battery right now, so I'm gonna finish my walk and then I'm going home, and then I will see you guys later when I go to mass. guys, it's raining. I will still try to go to mass. If not, I will just pray at home. But I will just leave the blog here for now. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this type of vlogs. I kind of like them. I kind of enjoy them. Just let me know what do you think in the comments. Also, if you want to check my other social media like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, I usually post more there. So if you want to check that out, I will leave them in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Salamat po.